太阳球星杜兰特不满自己没被纳入史上最佳球员 GOAT 讨论。对此，勇士防守悍将格林提出自己的看法。
Kevin Durant says, "Why is he?" Well, I'm going to read this because I want to quote this. KD kind of asked a rhetorical question in a sense. He said, "Because I went to the Warriors." He's speaking on the GOAT conversation. Why is he not in the GOAT conversation? He said, "Because I went to the Warriors. Why shouldn't I be in that?" Question mark. That's the question you should ask. Why not? What haven't I done? Well, I say you got to be very careful in saying that you yourself is a GOAT. That's something you have to be very careful of. Yeah, Draymond Green said I am one of the greatest defenders of all time. If I may have said the greatest defender of all time. So I totally get where he's coming from. I can't be one to sit here and be like, you can't throw yourself in that conversation. I did. And if you ain't going to put yourself there, ain't nobody else going to put you there. So you got to embrace that. So I respect that. What I will say is, I think oftentimes KD has a huge problem with the media. He'll probably come out and say, why everybody say I got a problem with the media? It just seemed like you do. He'll probably come out and say like, or these dudes say anything on podcasts and like all that stuff. He got a podcast, by the way. Or had one. As far as my GOAT conversation, though, I think KD is one of the greatest scorers we've ever seen. Like, no one ever says LeBron James is a scorer, but he's scored the most points of all times.
Nice.
Because it ain't the flashy, Bron gonna get to the bucket, he gonna get to the cup, he gonna get it done. We know who Bron. But people always say KD's the greatest scorer of all time. Like, you can make that argument. Like, the way KD scored the ball is so effortlessly, like, so effortless. Like, that's what KD do. He's never seen a bad shot. Like, he gonna get you 31 points on 14 shots. He gonna be 10 for 14, 6 for 6 from the line, 2 for 2 from 3. Like, that is a normal KD night. As effortless as anyone we've ever seen. Like, and KD works. Like, one of the hardest workers I've ever seen. I've already told y'all, like, every rep is gain speed. That's mind-boggling. Like, that's crazy. Steph worked like that.
Later.
And, like, obviously I'm not one that's going to be like, KD's championships aren't real. Like, stop it. Like, there's no championship that's not real. Bubble championship, like, there's no championship that's not real. And KD put in work for them championships, averaged 36 in one of the series and maybe 33. Like, KD put the work in. So the championships is not real. That's not a thing. You couldn't help off Clay and you couldn't help off Steph at all, ever. And you had to play one-on-one with KD and good luck. Good night. And so that's what it is. And KD defensively, when he was here, was insane. Like, KD allowed our small ball lineup. We had 2 rim protectors. I was a rim protector. He was a rim protector. And really kind of 2.5, because Andre kind of does some of that too in a different way, but like in a much different way. Anyway, KD was incredible defensively too when he was here. So the whole championship thing, he ain't got real championships. That's not a thing. Stop it. However, Steph didn't get the credit that Steph gets today until 2022 when he led this team to a championship and won the Finals MVP. So if you're not giving Steph that credit, which people didn't, just didn't. Like, and by the way, as a fan of basketball, I've watched Steph do everything. When I watched him do what he did in 2022, he took steps up for me. Like, oh no, this dude is like, he up in that conversation now. Yeah, he there now. You got to go do what Steph did to get to that conversation, in my opinion. I'm not in the GOAT conversation. That's fine. But in my opinion, you got to do what Steph did to get to that conversation.
杜兰特当年转战勇士，遭球迷炮轰，打不赢就加入。尽管最后得到2座冠军，仍受质疑。库里因没有 FMVP 同样受外界质疑。直到2021到22赛季夺冠，才让人无话可说。杜兰特离开勇士后转战篮网，没有取得成功。如今效力太阳，可能是他证明自己带队能力的最后机会。